I also teach programming, and I use a language like Java. Actually, I only use Java. So why do I choose Java? Because Java is a object-oriented language. So that is not the design Python, but the programming Python for like most of the languages. So no Java. So it's an object-oriented language. And other language like Python. Yeah, you use this Python, right? So do you know what is object-oriented? So for Python, I can just, like similar to Java, I can just have an object, like, let's say I'm going to program like a banking system. Let's say we'll have a banking system. So basically, the user need to have an account, right? That will be a class in Java. And the account has like a username, have a password, or have other properties like the gender of the owner of this account, or like the balance of the account, right? So if you use object-oriented, it's it's easier for you to design the whole system. So I prefer something like object-oriented because that idea is also used in Python. So if you have some like basic knowledge about Python, it will be easier for you to learn Java than other languages, and also it's widely used. I'll explain that part later. And so Python, C++, and if you want to like program, make a phone app, right? For example, like iOS, right? If you want to program this, so you use Objective-C or Swift. Those are just programming languages, right? And if you want to use, if you want to have an app for Android, you use Android, but that is also Java. All of these languages, they are object-oriented, which means if you learn one of it, it will be easier for you to, it will be actually super easy for you to do like a cross-language thing, right? So that's why I teach Java. Also, if you basically, I also do some projects. So basically, let's say if you have a, web browser, right? There is a URL here, right? Let's say it will be like HTTP. Maybe sometimes there's an S here, and let's say www.google.com, something like that. You have a URL and you click, and then something will change in this page, right? But actually, there is a backend here. So every time you click something here, so this is, let's call it a front end. Or it's a web page, right? So there's a button here, or you just click enter, right? So that button, that component will trigger an event. And there is a request sent from the front end to the back end, right? And the back end will see, oh, like this is the request, how it looks like, maybe name equals to something. Or I will just see the URL, right? And the back end will just resolve it, right? So the back end, basically there's something running here and give you the response, right? So this is like the very basic system, yeah, for the like development. And for this part, you can use Java Spring Framework. This is a framework for Java. So if you know Java, you know how to program this part. And for this front end, you can also write some mobile apps based on object-oriented, and if it's an Android one, so you will use Java, right? So that's why I say like Java is important, it's widely used. And if you want to learn something about like computer science or computer engineering, that is a must. That is a must in like when you attend like when you go to any university. That is the basic knowledge you need to have. So that's why like for Java, and also I will teach something like for this programming class. I will teach something like the data structure and algorithms. So basically, let's say I'll teach something like stack. Also, I'll teach something like heap. So like those are basically like those are basic data structures. And for stack, it has like first in, last out. And for this one, it's first in, first out. Basically, if I push into an element, and I push the second one, and I push the last one, and then I take them one by one. So I push it as A, B, C, and I will pop it as a C, B, A. So that's what I mean by first in, last out. And if it is a, oh, not a heap, let's say it's a queue. So I push it as A, B, C. Here, I'll just take them as A, B, C. Here. So those are like basic knowledge about data structure, which is also a must if you want to learn like computer science or computer engineering. So basically the data structure algorithm and basic programming like grammar of Java, or how to compile, how to run that, you will learn that in this course. And it's pretty useful if you are going to learn something like related to computer. But if you are not going to learn that part, that's not necessary. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.